Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome to another episode here on Shark Realm, as today I wanted to talk about something that's pretty unique and different in regards to the lore of Mortal Kombat. And not too long ago, we recently just got a new reveal for an upcoming book in regards to the lore of Mortal Kombat. Now, for those who don't know, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan in the terms of I love reading the lore. I love learning about the characters and dissecting them from their origins to where they are now. I'm kind of more on the storytelling side of Mortal Kombat compared to the actual gameplay, because I know there's gamers out there who focus more on the gameplay of Mortal Kombat and then the lore comes second. But for me, growing up in the 90s, it was always the storytelling of Mortal Kombat that became the forefront of my love for the franchise before the actual gameplay. And because I'm not a huge gamer, I do have all the games, but I get my ass kicked. You know, I'm not like the greatest Mortal Kombat gamer of all time. But anyways, one of the things that made me love Mortal Kombat is learning about the lore of it, the characters, the origins, you know, the backgrounds, and just, you know, growing up as a kid was like, you know, drawing my own Mortal Kombat comics and creating all these different storylines, and just like how you intertwine from the first game going all the way up to Armageddon, how it was one concise story, whereas Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 were its own thing, and then Mortal Kombat 1 is its own thing. So as you guys know, there was a new announcement in regards to a new book that was coming in regards to Mortal Kombat. And if you guys have seen prior, for those who have actually pre-ordered the brand new Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition, if you were to look on the website for limited run games, we have the huge Collector's Edition, which, you know, involves the physical copies of the game, some coins, and a Goro statue to hold the controller. Now, this is stuff that we already know about. However, there is a, you know, one of the really coolest perks of this entire collector's edition is in fact the steel cover art and lore book that you see right there on the right side of the screen. And that was the enticing point of the entire collector's edition, because this lore book hardcover does not come with the other pre-order bundles, you know. So that's what makes it exciting. So just by looking at the description of this thing here, it says here that let me see where I can find it here. I'll keep all the links in the description below. So yeah, it says right here, Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection also lets players explore the Mortal Kombat lore with a timeline of the original series storyline and a comprehensive character histories that offers stories, secrets, and glimpses behind the scenes at their creation. Now, we know for a while, I have it right here highlighted, we know for a while that John Tobias has been part of this project, as he's been you know, sharing Mortal Kombat lore on his Twitter in regards to the concept art for characters like Johnny Cage and Jax and Kitana, Liu Kang, basically the main origins and presence of Mortal Kombat, with the introduction to Shang Tsung and Raiden and Earthrealm, and how we had characters like Liu Kang and characters that were named differently before they got to where they are now. And there are all these, you know, there's notes and little stories that John Tobias wrote. So, and they're all like on these yellow pieces of paper, and he posted a lot of those on his Twitter or X. So you can see that, and they're probably all over Google. So to see behind the scenes stories about that and how he created the Mortal Kombat logo and in the arcade cabinets and the dragon design logos and all that stuff, that's what that should be, you know, an incentive enough to pre-order this bundle, because it's one of the coolest things to look at. So for those who have pre-ordered this will probably be the greatest addition into your Mortal Kombat collection. However, this is what confuses me. WB has recently posted, and again, this is from WB, the WB shop. They recently posted a brand new Mortal Kombat book, which is called Flawless Victory. Now, keep in mind, the Legacy Collection one is called Chronicles of the Realm. This book that's from the WB shop, though, is called Flawless Victory, a visual history of the iconic series. And this is what confuses me, because I don't know what exactly is the difference between this from the WB shop and this one that's from the actual creators, Ed Boon and John Tobias, where we had the hardcover art and lore book, and then we have this one that's from the WB shop. And then if you look here at the images, and if you just scroll, you can see there are images from the games. It says Mortal Kombat Flawless Victory, a legacy of the combat of the games. You can see here we have Shinnok with his different art and renders from the previous games. We have Melina, and then again we have John Tobias's artwork there seen on the website, which is included in the other previous book as well. Then we got designs of Scorpion, and we got more sketches and renders of Goro, and then talking about other characters, and it says right here the story, and just like, yeah, so this one is for $50, and if we read the description on here, it says Mortal Kombat Flawless Victory takes readers on a journey through the visual history of the iconic, over-the-top fighting game that was first introduced to the world in 1992. Go beyond the game with exclusive interviews with the development team, stunning concept sketches, renders, and illustrations. What are you waiting for? Get over here. So that's interesting, because now we have two books, which again, it's not a bad thing in regards to having, you know, to read about Mortal Kombat. There's nothing wrong with it. This is a great thing to have. You know, the more books, the merrier. However, what I'm confused is this one only costs $50, okay, and it has just the Mortal Kombat logo, text in red, and Flawless Victory. And then you have the Legacy Collection, which has more of a looks like, you know, like a wooden panel background, and then you got the white off-white Mortal Kombat dragon logo, and it says Chronicles of the Realm there in the white text. And obviously this is part of the bundle, so this was probably like, I don't know, I forgot how much it cost, like about over $100, I suppose. No, sorry, $150. There you go. So even though this one is sold out, but we still have the book there, which is pretty cool. There's no other photo, but yeah. And then you have this book right here, which is $50. So again, there's nothing wrong with having two of the same books. It's more so just what is the difference. And I mean, I'm sure the layout of the two books will be obviously drastically different, but it's like, are they offering the same content from this book to the Legacy Collection book, or is there something that WB Games has within this book that the other book doesn't? Because I would hate to double dip on books, although there's nothing wrong with getting more Mortal Kombat knowledge, but I just prefer to have one definitive edition. And if you're buying the Legacy Collection one, I think that would have been a great idea to have everything put together in one, whereas this one you just have, you know, literally the same thing, but the design is like roughly different, and you have images from the actual gameplay. Unless these talk about you know, Mortal Kombat Deception and Conquest mode, or Deadly Alliance and Armageddon, that would be sick. Otherwise, you know, it's like you have to buy two to know which one is the greater deal here. So you guys let me know in the comments below if you are interested, and if you have purchased it. What do you think are the incentives of these books? Do you think that one is better than the other? Should you buy both, or do you think paying $150 for the bundle and then paying $50 for the other one is worth it? I don't know, but otherwise we'll see what happens, because they're both sold out right now and it sucks, and I would have loved to get it, but you know, maybe I can find it in the aftermarket. We'll see. So anyways, I just wanted to share my quick confusion on these two topics. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to give a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next episode.